What's it YouTube? Dave for Zephyr Games, bringing you an updated Noble Knight deck profile. Now, we did get more support for Noble Knights in this most recent set of Soul Fusion, and the best thing about them, they're cheap as hell. So we got Noble Knight Irvin, pick those guys up as a super, very good and very powerful in the deck. We also got Morgan, the Enchantress of Avalon, a new hand trap, and Heritage of the Chalice. We did get a new trap card as well, but I don't play that in this build. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through this. The best thing about getting Morgan is hopefully we might get something like Morgana as like an extra monster or something like that. Might be pretty cool as an extension to Morgan, but we'll soon find out. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to zoom out and we're going to show you exactly what we've got in this deck. So we play triple Noble Knight Irvin. Now, in my opinion, I believe this is a better Madrot. Now, the reason this is a better Madrot is if a Noble Knight Arms equipped spell becomes equipped to this card, you special summon one Noble Knight token, Warrior Light, level 4, attack 1000, defense 1000. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the rest of this turn except Noble Knight monsters. You can only use each effect of Noble Knight Irvin once per turn. While this card is equipped with a Noble Arms equipped spell, all other Noble Knight monsters you control gain 500 attack. So, on top of that, it means he can't be ashed when he's equipped with an equipped spell. So if you wanted to ash like your Madrot, or if your opponent wanted to ash your Madrot, you're in a bit of trouble. But with Irvin, straight away you've got a 1 card linked to into Isolde, and then you get to play further off from there. So Irvin is very important in my opinion, and a very powerful card. And then it lets you push your plays further. I will show you a 2-card combo involving this guy and a equipped spell when we get into the end of the video. It probably turns into a 3-card equipped spell, 3-card combo once you need to get the additional equipped for Madrot. Speaking of which, we played triple Noble Knight Madrot. You could cut this down to 2 if you want, because like I said, I think Irving slightly takes his place. The best thing the Madrot does is gets you that Boars or Brothers out of your deck to get you the additional equipped spells should you need it. But because we've now got Heritage of the Chalice, it's not as big of an issue trying to get those equipped spells. So you could drop Madrot down to 2 if you wished. 3 Custen, this gives you the additional normal summon, so this obviously helps extend your board a lot. So playing them at 3, you could drop it down to 2 if you want to, but 3 definitely helps extend your board. Triple Brothers, this is your recycle of the deck. You know, putting 3 cards back and then drawing 1 can be very useful, especially if you want to play more hand traps, but it also helps you get into the deck-specific hand trap of Morgan. We've then got 3 Gawain. Now, this is a little bit more difficult to deal with because your vanilla in the deck is mainly Madrot and Boars, and you don't use and abuse them as much as you used to in the old times. So Gawain may become a dead card, but he obviously can come off of Brothers should you need it. So again, Gawain is a possibility to cut it depending on what type of variant of the deck you want to go with. If you want to go more hand trap centric and start playing your Ash Blossoms, your Drolls, your Ogres and all stuff like that, Gawain might be one of the first, along with Madrot, that you start to slim down a bit on. It's still very powerful and helps push your XYZs and Link plays should you need it to as well. We've then got the one-offs of the 1 Noble Knight Boars. You don't want to open this guy up. You want him to be in your deck. You want to be getting him off of your Madrot, so you don't really worry about having him at multiples. We've then got the 1 Pellinor. Now, you don't have to play Pellinor. I just really like the target an equipped spell, destroy it, pop one of your opponent's cards, draw a card, and then re-equip the equipped spell. He's not essential because he doesn't actually add anything more than that, but it's still a very powerful and useful card to play with. Then we get onto the spellcasters. We've got double Merlin. Merlin can be bumped up to 3. If you want to take out your Pellinor, put Merlin up to 3, because then Merlin becomes your Irvin, and straight away your Merlin turns into Irvin and starts extending your plays a little bit further from that. Obviously, the biggest issue with Merlin is if it does get ashed, you are in a bad place because you're going to struggle to regain your board once Merlin's been used. But that is why you have triple Morgan. This card looks amazing. Artwork is quality. I mean, look at that. You've got 2 swords. I believe it's Excalibur and let me double check which one I believe it is. Caliburn on there, and then obviously you've got Morgan there. You've got a staff there. That might be an additional equipped spell that comes later on. We do not know. But when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control a Noble Knight monster and a Noble Arms equipped spell, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, destroy 1 Noble Arms equipped spell you control, and if you do, negate the activation. Only use the effect once per turn. Now, if it wasn't once per turn, it would be pretty busted, but it would be fair because you're destroying something anyway. But the way it works is you destroy the equipped spell, you can then relocate the equipped spell's re-equiption to something, and then you're negating any card effect. So it doesn't have to be on the field, it could be grave, hand, field, deck, anywhere they're trying to do something, you can stop it. This card was only £5 at Sneak. It was about £5 to £7. I picked them up for about £5 each, so definitely go pick these up if you want to be building Noble Knights. This card is beautiful, it's powerful, and it's pretty much what the deck was missing. Their own personalised hand trap, which I think is really, really cool. And like I said, if you wanted to drop that to 2 and start playing your other hand traps, by all means you can do so. Next up for the spells, we got 3 of the brand new Heritage of the Chalice. This could arguably be put at 2, but it's still very, very good. So you add 1 Noble Knight monster or 1 Noble Arms card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If your Noble Knight monster equipped with a Noble Arms equipped spell is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. Only use Effect of Chalice once per turn. Really, really cool. It searches you out whatever piece you may need. So where Glory equips an equipped spell, which is still very, very good, this will search you out either the monster or the equipped of what you need. Obviously, at 3 it can get cloggy because you can recycle it as well. So it's really, really down to you if you want to drop it to 2. Again, this was only about 5. Some people valuing it at about 10 quid. Again, I picked these up for about 5 at each. Very, very cheap, very, very easy to get hold of, so definitely do so. We've then got triple Glory of the Noble Knights. Self-explanatory on that one. We've got triple Destiny and triple Caliburn. We've then got double Excalibur, double Gallatin, 1 Ardrefeu, 1 Rhoda, and 1 Monster Reborn. Now, of course, you can play Called by the Grave as well if you wish to kind of slow your opponent down. Like you said, you want to get your Merlins, your Madrots, and like your Isolde effects off as quickly and consistently as possible. Now, I don't believe that counts. That's such a shame. If I was just thinking, if Morgan was a warrior monster, you could add her from your deck to your hand and you'd be able to search your hand trap. Like, how cool would that be? Anyway, on to links. Of course, we've got double Isolde. This is probably the most expensive card of the extra deck. Well, not my extra deck because I do play Borosword, but of the extra deck if you want to be making it pure or budget. But this does become cheaper when we get the special editions in December, as long as getting Summon Sorceress as well, so you get to use and abuse her. We've then got the 1 Hit Posingen as an alternative to Isolde should they get Reapered or anything like that. You've got the 1 Nightmare Phoenix to be dealing with that troublesome back row, the 1 Unicorn to spin any card back that you need to, the Borrowload and Borrowsword for game, and then we've got the XYZs of double Articus, double Custane, double King Articus. You can play any of these at 3 if you want. If anything, I'd advise playing the Articus, King of the Noble Knights at 3. I don't feel you ever really need this guy at 3, but you can arguably put one in if you wanted to. And then we've got the Abyss Dweller to deal with any pesky graveyard effects, and then the Extom Knight because this will reset the board state. This gets you back to where you need to be. So it's very, very important to use and abuse this in the right manner. Anyway, that is it for the deck. That is everything from top to bottom. I'll quickly show you the 1 card combo, well, a 2 card combo, which possibly needs to turn into a 3 card combo to how to work it. But all you really need is you need your Irvin and an equip spell, and then, you know, you could either have your Heritage, your Glory of the Noble Knights, or any other equip spell. So we'll go with Destiny, just because we've got it here. So equip your Caliburn to your Irvin. Irvin's effect goes off, Caliburn's effect goes off, gives you a token, both warrior. You link these guys together, your Caliburn goes to the graveyard, these guys go into the Isolde. Caliburn re-equips, gives the effect, gives you 500 off of Isolde. Isolde then uses her effect to search you out any warrior. So search out a warrior you're not going to use this turn, so you can search out another Irvin. You then use Isolde's effect here to send 4 equip spells. Now, of course, you could send pretty much, you could go for brothers if you wanted to, but we're going to send 1 Caliburn, 1 Destiny, where the rest are, 1 Atreyu, and 1 Gallatin. Now, obviously, on this one, you can go into brothers, shuffle back, and then you're hoping on a gamble. But on this one, we're going to go into our Madrot. Where are you, Madrot? So then we're going to search out our, special summon out our Madrot. We're then going to re-equip Destiny that we've got in our hand, or any other equip spell, to Madrot. Let me zoom out a little bit more for you. To Madrot, and then we're going to use Madrot's effect. So by destroying that, we're then going to go get our boars. Boars effect can then go off, or of course if you wanted to, you could go into brothers, but then, sorry, you'd then be losing your brothers. So if you wanted to go into brothers, where are we? Go into our brothers, brothers would then use their effect, shuffle 4 back in, draw 1, you've now got an Irvin, and whatever you draw. Caliburn is now equipped to Isolde, and then you can overlay these into anyone. Probably the Custane is your best option on that, because it is your more defensive kind of route. Or if you wanted to, depending on what you shuffle back, as long as you leave 1 in graveyard for your Arcturus could then reattach that. But unless it's Destiny, it's not really going to do you a huge amount of... at least this one can float should you need it to. And then you've got an Irvin plus 1 in hand to push your plays further forward the next turn as well. So that's it. It's just a short, sweet little combo that gets you pretty much everything you need on board. And then depending if you need another equipped spell in hand or not will depend on whether you go to boars or whether you go into brothers and move it that way. Anyway, I hope this has helped. I hope this has given an idea of your own Noble Knight build. They're not going to be meta destroying as of yet, unless the OCG get a hold of these and give us a busted card that like equips 4 from deck, something crazy like that. But they are still very, very fun, and as an English player, it's kind of like an extended right to play Noble Knights or get Noble Knights if you can. They are an incredibly fun deck, and they did used to be, you know, the heart and soul, and you've got to love the lore and the artwork on the Noble Knights. They are absolutely stunning, which is another reason why I do not want them to be hitting Isolde. Anyway, that is the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this gives you a couple of ideas on your own build. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.